What up, what up, what up? Welcome to another video. It's your boy coming at ya. Today I woke up at a good time, 8:30. It's about my average, but that's a massive improvement over last week when I crashed and just was waking up at all odd hours. Luckily I've got that gamification type average measurement system where I measure my inputs, average them out, and then try and work on the average on a consistent basis to try and improve it, either incrementing or decrementing. So, I'm trying to go back in time to the my average going to bedtime, an average going to sleep time. And I did that, it worked really well, but then I pushed it a little bit too hard and it all just crashed. So you've got to sometimes just stay constant. But one of the things that was really inspiring to me was Jocko Willink's latest video. I think I'll have to link it or something, or you can search for it. And it's something along the lines of the importance of aggressiveness. And he's not talking about being an aggressive dickhead or whatever. He's talking about aggressiveness on the battlefield. So you're going to make mistakes if you're aggressive, but you're going to try more stuff, and overall you've got a net gain. Because if you just what do you call it? If you just stand still, or if you don't move forward, you're kind of taking a reactive approach. You're always on defense. Whereas if you're aggressive, you're kind of like trying to score goals, trying to score points, and you might fail. You might make mistakes because you're making two. You're aiming to move quickly. But I think that overall, he says that there's a net gain. Also, the psychology of being on the attack is really valuable because you're not just waiting for something to happen or waiting for something like that. And I think that's really important for ulcerative colitis because it's so outside of your control. But there are factors that are within your control. Like you can reduce inflammation by exercising. You can improve your mindset by meditating. You can improve the way that your body feels through yoga. You can make food, and you can try and optimize your health regardless of the fact that there's this thing that's just, boom, you got 60 seconds before you need to go to a toilet, or it's game over, son. Like, it's game over. And then, you can't control that you're bleeding from the inside, and you're just slowly like, But if you take that kind of reactive approach, then that's going to mess you up. So you need to take like a proactive approach. What can I do to improve? What can I do? What's incremental steps can I take? And I think that's super important. I think Facebook also has this thing that says like move fast and break things, or fail faster. And I think that approach is like a creative approach of like do whatever, try test things, and if they break and if they don't work, great, move on to the next one. But at least you've tried a bunch of new stuff. Move forward and break stuff, like fail faster, because most of the time you're going to fail at a lot of stuff, but every now and again you're going to get something good. And I think it's like that with a lot of creative things. And programming and tech stuff is like technical, but it's also creative. Because the big problem with smart people or people that work using their mind a lot is that you can really plan a perfect strategy. You know what I mean? You can plan an amazing strategy, but having a shit strategy that you actually execute on will give you results faster. Will just give you results much, much faster. And I think that's what being aggressive and assertive on the battlefield is what it's about with Jocko. Because like you can plan a perfect strategy, but if the enemy moves on you, it's all out the window. And then you're going to go back and try and plan another perfect strategy. No, you've just got to move forward, make decisions quickly. If something fucks up, you've got to make another decision. You've got to move forward again. Now, I've taken the easy route so many times in my life because you have this easy excuse that you can give to yourself and be like, "Oh, I'm really sick. I've got ulcerative colitis," and like nobody can see it, so it's like an invisible illness. And the war is like it's like a fucking spiritual war. It's like an inner battle that you have to fucking you got to fucking fight that shit every day. Like no one can see it. No one can really like some people can't relate. This thing is just subtracting your life energy on a daily basis. But I really like this concept of being proactive, aggressive, assertive, moving forward. I mean, the thing is, like the last few days, I was just completely fucked. You know what I mean? Like I was just like down for the count. Um, for one reason or another, and there's just no, sometimes you just have to retreat, and sometimes you just have to take stock or whatever. But then, if your default mode is aggressive, then your default mode is to like make progress and move forward. And I think, you don't like Jocko Willink says in his video, you don't always have to operate from your default mode, but it's the default, it's the standard setting. Like you can customize it. You don't always have to like go hard or go home. Sometimes you can take a little rest, but I think with me certainly there's just this real tendency to just be lazy and just over time this is built into a bunch of mechanisms and like habits, and I've just become soft. You know what I mean? Like especially with COVID-19, because you can have, you got all the excuses in the world to stay home, you know, not maintain discipline. No one's watching you. You don't have to. You don't have to answer to anybody. You know, you don't. You might not necessarily be good at holding yourself accountable, and that is not great. Not a great situation to be in. So, yeah, watch Jocko Willink's video. What I like. I've made a motivation playlist on, some YouTube videos that I'm like, oh yeah. Like there was this lady that she was like 70 years old and she looked like hot, like 40-year-old, and it was because she'd quit sugar. And I was like, whoa, she quit sugar when she was like diagnosed as pre-diabetic at like 25 or something. So she was just like, I quit sugar. So there's a whole bunch of like these motivational things that are on YouTube. Like, I'm not very good at waking up early, but YouTube helps me wake up because it's got a blue light emanating from the phone. It hits your retinas, and then you're just like, you're a little bit wired. Like, obviously, you shouldn't watch it before going to sleep, which I do. But, if you wake up and just start scrolling, then, you can see whatever. But if you wake up and, like, put a motivational playlist on, you're just like, yeah. And, it gets you in a good frame of mind for when you wake up. Like if you can wake up without YouTube and scrolling and all that, even better. But I like to, as much as like I like to be aggressive, I also like to take stuff in increments, make it sustainable, make it consistent, and make it kind of like achievable. So, seeing as how I'm trying to wake up earlier, I know I just need that blue light fix right in the like early in the morning. So I prep the like motivational thing that I want to watch. And yeah, Jocko gets me through, man. Jocko gets me through so much shit in my life. Like, I just like when I'm having a tough time, I just put it on and I just remember my problems ain't shit, son. You don't have no excuse. Like, people are out here going to war, fucking dying for these freedoms that I enjoy, and I'm just gonna sit and fucking waste it away like a fucking wank stain. Like, nah, fam. I've gone too soft, man. I've gone too fucking soft. Like, it's pathetic. Like, can't fucking stomach myself. I'm like, what a fucking weak piece of shit. But when you got a disease like ulcerative colitis or some fucking other major disease, there is this tendency to fucking feel sorry for yourself, and rightly so. Like, it's a fucking shit situation, right? Rightly so. You deserve like a pat on the back, and sometimes you deserve like, a hug and like all the self love and self care that you can possibly get. All the self love and self care in the world. I would like to also offer that to people, and to myself. You need that, but also get the fuck up and grind. There's a lot of motherfuckers you still have to prove wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of motherfuckers out here. They need to know what's up, son. You need to fucking go and boss that shit. So, like, I'm trying not to take the easy way, but it's too alluring. I'm too much of a weakling. So, getting that mental strength, that mental fortitude, and even that word aggressive. It's so like, whew, so dicey. Like, nobody wants to be the like weird aggressive bro, but he means like on the battlefield. He means like being assertive in your life choices, in the way that you move forward. So yeah, go watch the video. I hope this is helpful for you. Good luck with it all, man. Fucking good fucking luck with your civilian life out here, bro. Mwah. Until next time.